Alrighty, boys. I found another thread with a couple of dev replies, and I thought, what a great title. What a great clickbait title that I will have for YouTube. Just kidding. Relax. I know people take that to heart, but yeah. I thought it was a cool thing to discuss. Why not? And yeah, let's do it. So by the titles you can see, it is called "Is the Game Considered Done?" And before we do start, like always, playlist down below. First link down below. Go check it out. Up-to-date news and guides for Bannerlord. But alright, is the game considered done? So the first player, well, not the first player, but the first person who posted this thread says, "What's going on with the development? I really want to start a new game, but have been waiting for the next patch, which never comes." Okay. We're not going to read this. This man stays getting muted, so I don't want to deal with that. But someone said, "Just wait." Okay, just wait. Got him. Alright, let's just go to the dev replies. I was about to read some of the player replies, but I'm just going to go straight to the dev replies. Alright, so the community lead responds to the question of what's going on with development. He states, "We're getting closer, but we still have some work left to do, that's for sure. We just released 1.7.2 today." He's mentioning pretty much 1.7.2 was moved to live. And it was the previous beta, but now it is the live. So now might be a good time to jump in and start a new campaign, but unfortunately you'll have to wait a little bit longer before the next beta version is ready. Alrighty, so I think this person is waiting for the next beta version though, not the 1.7.2. But yeah, if you did want a stable gameplay or a stable game to start, then 1.7.2 is what you want to start, because the beta is usually the one that's more unstable. So yeah, there you go. Next, what do we have? Oh, we got a list, baby. So we have a player making a list of, I'm guessing, stuff that's wrong with the game, and then we have a reply from the community manager. Let's do it. All right. So we have a player saying, "I wasn't there almost a year, and it is so sad to see the main problems still there." Okay. So first main problem, brain dead AI. All right. 2, awful reinforcement system that punishes attacking and rewarding camping. Okay. 2, mosh pits melee fights that last 30 seconds. Okay. 3, armor does nothing. 4, spears are garbage. 5, boring quests and no end game. Listen, the only one I took to heart is this one right over here. Spears are garbage. Bro, just say you're not good with using spears, bro. Alright? Just relax. Just say you're not. Listen, spears are not your thing, man. You don't gotta call them garbage because you don't know how to wield a spear. It's all right, bro. We get it. All right, but all right. Let's see what they have to say. So first one, Brain AI. Community manager says, "What part of the AI are you referring to? Campaign, mission, combat? Could you describe any specific situation?" I think he means probably because CJI has been fixed already. Well, here's the thing. With the AI, there's certain things that they still bug out on, especially like during sieges, for example. If they're forced to attack a whole group of units, you can sometimes stand kind of like a couple feet apart and just keep shooting them with arrows, and they just never will attack you. Or sometimes they'll run right past you, and you're the enemy, and you could just keep swinging at them. There's some parts of the AI that definitely could use work in that end, but I think for the most part, the AI is not terrible, but there are certain situations which make them look very brain dead. So it's like, I think it's still good. I think it's still good AI, regardless. I think it still makes for good gameplay, in my opinion. But it has its moments. Next, awful reinforcement system that punishes attacking and rewarding camping. So this is something that is being addressed in a future patch that, as you can see right here, he states, "An improved reinforcement system that prevents enemies spawning on top of your troops will come out with a future patch." There you go. Then number 3, mosh pit melee fights that last 30 seconds. And 3, armor does nothing. Again, they are making armor more effective, as you can see right over here. Likewise, we will be rolling out changes related to armor, making it more effective. The mosh pits melee fights that last 30 seconds, I don't know what that means. Because battles can last... Well, here's the thing. I think battles don't last as long as, I'm guessing, people who play Warband, those battles lasted. But depending on how big your army is, and depending on how you play it, and how, like, if you're very formation heavy, or if you're just a, F, what I'm saying, just like straight ahead, go straight into it. Depending on all that, battles can be long and battles can be short. But I don't think, in my opinion, that every battle is super short. And I don't mind it being super short. I don't know. The amount of battles that you have, I don't want them all to be an hour. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And then spears are garbage, boring quests, and no end game. So they have talked about the quests. We have talked about quests, and I still have another video to make about quests. I have it queued up right over here. We have a lot more to talk about quests. But yeah, quests aren't supposed to be too crazy for the same reason, because like the devs have stated, and I kind of agree with that, the AI also completes quests, and if you make them too dynamic and too game changing, it will break a lot of stuff in the game, which is just how it is. Then he says, could you please expand on these 2 points? He's probably not going to, but there you go. My man said, could you please expand on these 2 points? And he said, spears are garbage because it's something to do except painting the map. What? Alright, let's move on. Bada boom, bada bang. Oh my god, he's still responding to this guy. Yeah, but overall, I'm not going to read too much of this. Pretty much what he's showing off is all the recent stuff that they've talked about that they are improving in the single player statement. What's it called? I think you linked it right over here if I'm not mistaken. This one. Yeah, this. We have gone over this. We've got a whole video on this, and I'm also going to do a part 2 where I go over all the dev replies throughout all these pages. But yeah, this is what he's talking about. And if you missed this video, go check it out. It got released in a couple days before this one. It's talking about all the main objectives they're currently working on, and certain ones that they're working on kind of in little future ahead, right? But yeah, it provided a lot of information that I think a lot of people were looking for. So there you go. What else do we have? I think that might actually be it, if I'm not mistaken. No, I am mistaken. I mean, when the fights get all messy, when the NPCs fight in closed areas. Okay. What is this? Alright, what do we have? So there's a problem with the jittering. I'm guessing of getting pushed while you're fighting. I don't mind it. I think it's a okay. So what does he mean by this? Let me just see. Okay, so maybe a little bit less shaking is what he's looking for. You know what I mean? It's a little bit too shaky, which it's sometimes. Yeah, I agree. Okay, yeah, I definitely agree. Sometimes it is a little bit too shaky. The devs reply, it is still being worked on, and they don't have anything more to share at this point. There you go. There it is. Unfortunate, but that is where we are at. And I think that about does it for this post, to be honest with you. What do you guys think? Is the game considered done? Here's what I think. And this is my mind on being up for almost 24 hours with a bunch of caffeine in my system that I keep intaking. At this point, I should just intake it by tube. But listen, do I think this game is considered done? I think, in my honest opinion, the game is in a good state. I think that modding will definitely carry this game, same way as carried previous games. But that's not me saying that the game itself needs to be modded to carry itself. I think Bannerlord, like its predecessor, if that's the right word for it, Warband, it's a very good foundation for a lot of good things to happen. And even if you play the base game by itself, the first time, look, a lot of people feel like certain games, how can I explain it? You know how okay, I don't know, it's a weird concept to explain. When I first played Bannerlord, when I first tried to actually take over the whole map, you know what I mean? I would say the first time where I tried from start to finish to take over the whole map, no cheats, no nothing, like actually just tried it. It took me probably, I want to say 150 hours, about. And if I ended right after that, the same way as like you would end a single player like story driven game where you play it, it's like what, 30 hours, 40 hours, 50 or 60 hours. You play it all the way through and then you put it down because wow, you finished it. I think the fact that, you know, without mods, not anything, I enjoyed my 150 hours of the game and then decided to start newer games over and over again. I think it makes it be considered a pretty good game to me. And even to the people who say it's not that good of a game, a lot of them have double, triple my hours. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I feel like, you know, a game is pretty good and pretty playable when you have hundreds, if not thousands, of hours in it. But again, I think there can be a lot more stuff added. Definitely, I think that certain stuff from the previous game should have been added. Do I think it will be added? It's looking less likely that some of the stuff that a lot of the community wanted to be added will be added. It is unfortunate. I wish their minds changed on that. But at the same time, I think that the game is in a pretty good spot. I think a couple more things being added to it, great. I think the modding and all the support for the modding getting sorted out is a big priority, obviously. I know some people might not like the fact that it's going to councils, and I know I say that word wrong all the time. I don't know how to say it right. Leave me alone, all right? But I think that the fact that more people are going to be able to play the game is a great thing, even though other people feel like it's not. Yeah, multiplayer. Hopefully, you know, all the rank stuff gets, you know, sorted out, and hopefully maybe, you know, be a big streamer or something like that will play it and it will actually like boost up the, you know, the multiplayer scene. That would be great to see. But overall, I think it's, yeah, it's about done. I think we're getting close. I think it's like 85% done at this point, in my opinion. I know some people have like this dream of this game that they're looking for, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's pretty solid. I think it's pretty solid. Yes, it has its flaws. Yes, it has stuff that's missing, and I wish a lot more stuff was added to it. But as it stands right now, what a game! What a game! Look, like I said, for people who have already played it a couple times and this and that, of course they're gonna have extreme criticisms and all that. That's just how it works, you know. When you start to master a game, you start playing it over and over again. You'll always find all the, you know, the cracks and all the crevices and all that. But I think for a person who buys the game, you know, whether if they played Warband or if they've never played a game like this before, that first like save where you go from nothing to owning your kingdom to fighting so much battles to getting pushed back so many times to this and that happening to make it all the way to the end where you just take over the whole map, bro, what a feeling. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. What a feeling. Like it is so satisfying, and it's just like it feels like your hard work paid off, and I feel like games like that really feel good. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. Yeah. There you go. Let me know what you guys think. Is the game considered done? What do y'all think? Let me know. Alright, I'll see y'all in the next one.